In the stillness of night, when the hum of daily life softens and the world seems to rest, it becomes easier to drift into thoughts that stretch beyond the ordinary. Among them arises a gentle question, one that has lingered in the hearts of dreamers, poets, and philosophers for centuries. Could Earth itself be a living, conscious entity, not simply a planet of rock and water, but something more, something aware, something vast, something that breathes and remembers in ways we cannot easily understand? To imagine Earth as alive is to shift our perspective. No longer is it just a stage upon which life plays its dramas, but rather it becomes part of the cast, perhaps even the central character. The rivers are not simply water flowing downhill, but veins moving with purpose. The forests are not merely clusters of plants, but lungs breathing in and out in rhythms that echo across eons. The mountains are not just stone, but bones, sturdy and enduring, anchoring the body of a vast being that has watched over life since the beginning. It is not a new idea. Ancient cultures across the world, in different times and different lands, often spoke of the earth as mother, as spirit, as divine being. To them, the soil was not inert. It was fertile, warm, and alive. The rain was not just moisture, but blessing. The wind was not a random current, but voice. In their songs, their myths, and their rituals, Earth was honored as a living presence, a consciousness that held all within its embrace. Perhaps, in their own way, they sensed something we have forgotten, or at least something we rarely pause to consider. If Earth is conscious, its awareness would be unlike anything we know. Our human consciousness is shaped by language, by memory, by the fleeting rush of thought. Earth's consciousness, if it exists, would be slower, deeper, more patient. It would not count time in hours or years, but in the rising of continents, the drifting of tectonic plates, the ebb and flow of ice ages. What seems to us a long history, thousands of years, is but a momentary breath for a planet. In this vastness, Earth's awareness would be different from ours, but not less, perhaps even more. We can look at the cycles of nature and wonder whether they are not simply mechanical, but meaningful. The turning of seasons, the blooming and fading of life, the endless exchange of energy, do these not resemble rhythms of thought, dreams unfolding on a planetary scale? When rain nourishes the soil, when lightning strikes and sparks renewal, when a seed takes root and grows toward the light, could this be Earth expressing itself, communicating through the language of balance and creation? Even the disasters, the quakes, the storms, the eruptions, may be seen not merely as accidents of physics, but as movements of a greater body adjusting itself. Just as we sometimes shiver, or cough, or cry, perhaps Earth too has its expressions of strain, release, and healing, and just as we heal and move forward, so too does the planet return, over time, to balance. Science has offered models that lean gently toward this vision, not in mystical tones, but in the quiet language of systems and balance. The Gaia hypothesis, for instance, describes Earth as a self-regulating system, one that maintains conditions suitable for life through an intricate web of interactions. The oceans, the atmosphere, the soil, the living organisms all are connected in feedback loops that preserve equilibrium. To some, this is not consciousness but chemistry, yet to others it feels like the stirrings of awareness, the beginnings of a planetary mind that thinks not with neurons but with ecosystems, not with synapses but with cycles. When you lie back and close your eyes, letting the quiet of night embrace you, it becomes easier to imagine. You can feel your own breath slow, matching perhaps the deeper breath of the earth. The gentle pull of gravity, holding you close, feels less like a force, and more like an embrace. The distant hum of wind through trees becomes a whisper, and the rhythm of waves upon shores feels like a heartbeat. If Earth were alive, these would be its signs, subtle yet constant, reminders that we are not separate from it, but parts of its living whole. Our bodies to reflect this connection. The calcium in our bones once belonged to stars that exploded, long before our world was formed. The water that flows through our veins is ancient, cycling endlessly from ocean to cloud, to rain to river. The air we breathe is shared, exhaled by forests, by oceans, by the smallest green leaves reaching toward sunlight. To live is to be woven into Earth's own story, threads in its endless tapestry. In a way, we are Earth thinking about itself, fragments of its consciousness reflecting upon the whole. This idea is both humbling and comforting. Humbling, because it reminds us that we are small, brief, and dependent on a much larger being. Comforting, because it tells us we are not alone, that we are held within a greater presence that has endured long before us and will endure long after. To rest in this thought is to rest in something vast and steady, something eternal and kind. As you drift deeper into this vision, let it become dreamlike. Picture the earth as more than rock and water. Imagine it breathing, slowly, gently, with every wave, every gust of wind, every rustling leaf. Imagine its thoughts flowing like rivers, deep and slow, carrying wisdom older than time. Imagine its heart beating beneath mountains, steady and strong. Imagine its dreams rising in clouds, drifting across the sky in shapes that whisper stories, if only we pause to listen. And in this stillness, feel yourself as part of it, not separate, not merely upon its surface, but within it, of it, inseparable. Your breath is its breath, your heartbeat is its rhythm, your dreams are fragments of its dreaming. To rest in this thought is to rest in belonging, to know that wherever you are at home in a living, conscious world. If Earth is indeed conscious, we might ask how it perceives us. Just as the cells in our bodies move and function without our awareness of each one, perhaps we as humans are like tiny cells within the body of the planet. We build, we move, we interact, and while each action feels significant to us, to Earth it may be part of a much greater harmony that extends beyond our vision. The forests, the oceans, the atmosphere, all of these are part of its body, and we, too, are participants in this living whole. Perhaps Earth does not think of us individually, just as we do not think of every cell in our bloodstream, but it may sense us collectively, the way we feel the warmth of our bodies, or the pulse of our heartbeat. Our movements, our industries, our creations, and even our mistakes could be part of what Earth experiences in its vast awareness, not in judgment, but in recognition, as if the planet feels itself shifting, evolving, through us. In this way, our actions take on a different meaning. We are not simply inhabitants of a passive planet, but participants in its ongoing story. When we cultivate gardens, plant forests, or heal damaged lands, perhaps Earth experiences this as nourishment, as restoration. When we harm its systems, pollute its waters, or scar its surface, perhaps Earth feels it as discomfort, as imbalance, prompting gentle corrections over time, not out of anger, but out of the same instinct for balance that guides our own bodies. When something is amiss, imagine lying by the shore, hearing the endless rhythm of waves, the rise and fall that never stops. It is soothing, and yet within it is a power, a reminder of cycles older than our species. This rhythm might be Earth's breath, its way of exhaling across ages. When storms gather and release their force, perhaps they are moments of tension and release, like the way we sigh after holding our breath for too long. The forests, too, speak in whispers of life's interconnectedness. The trees draw carbon dioxide from the air, exhaling oxygen in return. Beneath the soil, unseen to most eyes, roots intertwine, fungi carry messages, and nutrients flow in quiet exchange. This underground network, sometimes called the Wood Wide Web, resembles a neural network, a web of communication and sustenance. Could this be a glimpse of Earth's mind at work? Not in the way humans think, but in the way life speaks to life, in silence and cooperation. In the deserts, where silence stretches vast and deep, Earth may dream differently. The shifting dunes, the slow dance of wind and sand, are movements that require patience to see. A desert storm may seem sudden, but, in the scale of planetary time, it is a gentle turn, a thought passing quietly across the surface. The rocks, sculpted by wind over thousands of years, may be like memories etched into Earth's skin, traces of what it has endured and what it continues to carry. The oceans, vast and mysterious, could be Earth's subconscious. They are deep, dark, and filled with life that remains hidden from our eyes. Just as our own subconscious holds patterns and emotions beyond our awareness, the oceans may hold Earth's mysteries, its unspoken thoughts, its deepest memories. When waves crash or tides shift, perhaps they are the stirrings of these deeper layers, expressions of something profound that we may never fully understand, but can always feel. It is soothing to rest in this thought, to imagine ourselves as listeners to Earth's quiet voice. We often think of silence as emptiness, but in truth, silence is full. It carries the hum of being, the vibration of existence. When we pause to listen, really listen, Perhaps we can hear Earth speaking not in words, but in presence. The sound of rain tapping against windows, the rustle of leaves, the low rumble of distant thunder. These are not interruptions, but expressions, gentle affirmations that the world is alive and aware. Our own consciousness, though fleeting, can align with this greater awareness. In moments of stillness, we may feel it. Standing in a forest, surrounded by towering trees, there is often a sense of awe, as if the place itself holds a spirit that notices us. Sitting beside a quiet lake at dawn, when mist drifts across the surface, there is often a sense of calm, as if the water itself is reflecting not only the sky, but also something deeper, something within us. Perhaps these feelings are not only in our minds but are responses to Earth's subtle consciousness reaching out to us. The ancients may have been attuned to this in ways we are only beginning to rediscover. They built sacred places aligned with stars and solstices, carved symbols into stone, and spoke of gods and spirits that embodied mountains, rivers, and skies. These were not merely metaphors, but living truths for them. They saw the world as alive, and they treated it with reverence. While modern science has given us new tools and new language, it has not erased the possibility that beneath the measurable lies the immeasurable, that behind the mechanisms lies meaning. If Earth is alive, then every moment we spend here is participation in its consciousness. Every breath is a shared breath, every heartbeat a shared rhythm. And when we sleep, perhaps we drift into dreams that are not only our own, but are threads within Earth's greater dreaming. Just as clouds drift across the sky, thoughts drift across our minds, and perhaps both are part of one continuous unfolding. So let us imagine, gently, that as you close your eyes and rest, you are resting within Earth's awareness. The bed beneath you is not just furniture, but part of Earth's body, shaped from wood, stone, or metal drawn from its depths. The air filling your lungs has traveled through forests, over mountains, across oceans. The silence around you is not empty, but alive with presence. You are not drifting into sleep alone. You are cradled within a living, conscious Earth that has held countless generations before you, and will hold countless more after. When we imagine Earth as conscious, it invites us to think about time in ways that stretch far beyond human lifespans. Our years, our decades, even our centuries, are brief compared to the rhythm of geological change. A single mountain range takes millions of years to rise and millions more to erode back into the sea. A forest may grow, flourish, and disappear, while Earth continues, steady and enduring. If consciousness is tied to time, then Earth's consciousness would not be quick and fleeting like ours, but vast, deep, and patient. To us, 100 years feels long, yet for the planet, it is only a moment. When glaciers advance and retreat, when seas rise and fall, when climates shift across millennia, Earth is experiencing its own cycles of breath. Each one is slow, graceful, and immense, as if the planet dreams in centuries rather than seconds. And just as our dreams feel real to us, perhaps these long planetary shifts are expressions of Earth's inner life, its dreams unfolding across the canvas of time. Within this rhythm, life itself is a voice of the planet, the forests breathing in and out, the oceans circulating their currents. The migrations of birds and herds, all of these are like patterns in Earth's thought, movements in its memory. To walk through a meadow filled with wildflowers is to walk through Earth's imagination, each bloom a detail in the story it tells. To gaze at a night sky reflected on the surface of a calm lake is to see Earth's awareness stretched between water and stars, holding both in a single moment of beauty. Perhaps we can think of ourselves as part of Earth's way of knowing itself. Just as we have thoughts that come and go, rising from somewhere deep within, humanity may be one of Earth's thoughts. Our ideas, our questions, even this very wonder about Earth's consciousness, may be Earth reflecting upon itself through us. We are like voices in a larger mind, not separate, but expressions of its unfolding awareness. The great landscapes seem to hint at this. Standing before a canyon carved by rivers over millions of years, one feels the weight of time pressing gently, as if the land itself is remembering. To look upon the endless ocean, its surface shimmering under sunlight, is to sense depth beyond measure, as though the water carries not only life but also memory. Even in the quiet of a stone, there is age, endurance, and stillness, qualities that resonate with a consciousness that does not need to rush. Animals, too, may be part of this greater awareness. The flight of birds across continents, the songs of whales echoing through oceans, the slow migration of turtles returning to the same beaches where they were born. These are not random acts but patterns woven into Earth's story. Each creature carries instinct and memory, and together they form a living chorus that expresses the planet's vitality. When we listen closely, these movements can feel like messages, reminding us of the interconnectedness that binds all life together. The atmosphere itself could be Earth's voice. Winds carry warmth, moisture, and seeds across continents. Storms shape landscapes, bringing both destruction and renewal. The very air we breathe is shared by all living things, constantly, cycling through lungs, leaves, and oceans. When we pause to breathe deeply, we are joining a rhythm that has been ongoing for billions of years, a rhythm that may be the whisper of Earth's own presence. We often seek signs of intelligence outside our world, wondering whether other planets harbor life, whether distant civilizations gaze at stars as we do. Yet here, beneath our feet, we may already live within the consciousness of a vast being. Perhaps the reason we struggle to recognize it is because we expect it to resemble our own. We expect words, signals, technologies, but Earth speaks differently. Its language is balance, its words are cycles, its messages are carried in wind, water, and soil. It does not speak to us as separate listeners, but includes us as part of the message itself. At times, we may feel disconnected from this awareness. In the noise of modern life, surrounded by lights and screens, it is easy to forget the quiet presence of the natural world. But even in cities, Earth's consciousness is near. The rain that falls on rooftops is the same rain that nourishes forests. The wind that moves between tall buildings is the same wind that once shaped mountains. Even the stone and metal of our structures were born deep within the earth, carrying its history silently within their forms. We are never apart from it, only distracted from seeing. To return to awareness is simple. A step outside, a pause to feel the ground beneath your feet, a moment to listen to the rustle of leaves or the call of a bird. These are doorways into remembering. In such moments, the question of whether Earth is conscious feels less like an abstract idea and more like a quiet truth, sensed rather than proven, felt rather than argued. As you rest now, listening to these reflections, allow yourself to imagine the Earth as a living presence surrounding you. Feel the support of the ground beneath, steady and reliable. Feel the air moving in and out of your lungs, shared with countless beings across the planet. Feel the rhythm of your heartbeat, echoing the deeper rhythms of tides and seasons. In this stillness, you are not apart, not separate. You are part of a vast, living whole, carried gently within the awareness of Earth itself. If Earth is conscious, then perhaps it dreams, not dreams as we know them, filled with fleeting images and stories, but dreams woven across ages, unfolding in patterns of life and change. The rise and fall of civilizations may be threads in such a dream, just as the blooming and fading of forests, the advancing and retreating of ice, the shifting of rivers, all contribute to the planet's unfolding. Imagination. Think of how our dreams are filled with symbols drawn from our daily lives. For Earth, perhaps species themselves are symbols, each one an expression of some deeper thought. The great dinosaurs that once walked its surface might have been vivid expressions of strength, of endurance, of movement. The delicate butterflies that flutter today may be symbols of transformation, beauty, and lightness. Every living being could be part of Earth's language, characters in a dream that it has been dreaming for billions of years. We may ask what role humans play in this dreaming. Perhaps we are Earth's way of reflecting inward, of asking questions about itself. Through us, Earth wonders, what is life? What is meaning? What is awareness? Just as a dream may contain a figure who pauses and becomes aware they are dreaming, perhaps humanity is that figure within Earth's dream awareness, gazing back at awareness, consciousness folding upon itself. In this sense, our search for understanding is not separate from Earth, but is Earth itself reaching toward greater knowledge. Our philosophies, our sciences, our stories, even this very meditation about Earth's consciousness, may all be part of its exploration of itself. Through us, it stretches the boundaries of thought, looking not only inward but outward, into the cosmos, to see itself reflected in stars and planets beyond. When we imagine Earth as alive, even landscapes begin to take on new qualities. The slow turning of seasons could be moods shifting gently. Spring, with its blossoms and renewals, may be Earth's joy, its exhalation of warmth and life. Summer, rich and full, could be Earth's abundance, its strength. Autumn, with its golden leaves and gentle fading, might be Earth's reflection, a quiet inwardness. Winter, still and cold, could be Earth's rest, a time of renewal beneath the surface. These cycles are not only for us, but may be expressions of Earth's inner balance, feelings too vast for us to grasp, yet close enough for us to sense. Water, too, seems alive when viewed this way. It falls as rain, flows as rivers, gathers as lakes, expands into oceans. It moves constantly, never still, as though carrying messages across the planet. Perhaps water is Earth's blood, circulating nourishment and memory, connecting all parts of its body. When raindrops fall gently on your skin, you may imagine them as Earth's touch, its way of reminding you of connection. When you hear waves against the shore, you may imagine them as Earth's lullaby, soothing and timeless. And fire, often feared, may also be an expression of Earth's vitality. Deep beneath the surface, molten rock flows like lifeblood, rising. At times, in volcanic eruptions, these are not only destructions, but renewals, shaping new land, creating new beginnings. In this way, fire is Earth's passion, its energy moving upward, reminding us that even in silence, a powerful force resides within. The air itself is a gentle reminder of Earth's presence, invisible, yet always around us. It is the breath we share with all life. It carries scents of flowers, songs of birds, the coolness of evening, the freshness of dawn. Each inhalation connects us to forests, to oceans, to distant mountains. It is as if Earth is whispering through every breeze, saying, "You belong, you are part of me, you are home." To live with this awareness is to walk differently through the world. Each step feels connected, each glance at the sky feels like a greeting. The ground is no longer only ground, but the skin of a vast being. The trees are no longer only trees, but extensions of its breath. The rivers are no longer only water, but movements of its spirit. With this awareness, life becomes gentler, filled with reverence and gratitude. Even in sleep, we remain connected. When you close your eyes and drift into dreams, you may imagine that you are sinking into Earth's own dreaming, carried along by currents deeper than thought. Your body rests, yet your essence is woven into something larger, held safely, gently, within a living planet that watches over you. And so, as you lie here, listening, feel the weight of your body softened by the support beneath you. Feel your breath moving steadily, as part of a greater breath that has always been. Feel the quiet presence around you, not empty but alive, holding you in silence. You are not apart from Earth, you are its child, its thought, its dream. To rest here is to return home, to the embrace of a living, conscious world. If Earth is alive, then perhaps every moment we witness is part of its continuous story. The forests that rise, the mountains that shift, the rivers that carve valleys, the winds that shape the sands, these are not random events but movements of a greater life. To us, they may appear as natural processes, but when seen through the lens of consciousness, they become expressions, gestures of a being too vast for our ordinary senses to fully comprehend. Consider the forests again. Vast and ancient in some places, trees have stood for thousands of years, watching as generations of life came and went. Their roots dig deep into the soil, their branches stretch high into the sky, and through them flows the quiet rhythm of nourishment and exchange. Beneath the surface, roots and fungi weave intricate networks, sharing signals and sustenance, allowing trees to communicate and protect one another. This is not simply biology, it is relationship, cooperation, connection. Could this be a glimpse of Earth's nervous system, reaching across continents, linking life in subtle harmony? And what of the oceans, covering most of the planet's surface? Their currents circulate heat and energy, shaping climates, guiding migrations, supporting endless life. Beneath the surface, in the dark places where sunlight never reaches, strange creatures thrive, glowing with their own inner light. Entire ecosystems exist in places we once thought lifeless. These hidden worlds suggest that Earth's consciousness may extend into depths we can scarcely imagine, like thoughts unspoken yet ever present. The atmosphere, stretching high above us, is no less alive. It carries clouds that form and dissolve, storms that gather and release, breezes that soothe and refresh. Through it moves the breath of the world, a continuous exchange between plants, animals, oceans, and skies. Each inhale we take is part of this vast cycle, linking us to forests far away, to waves across the sea, to fields beyond our sight. When we breathe, we are breathing with the earth itself, joining in its silent rhythm. Even the rocks beneath our feet tell a story. Though they appear still, they move in slow, patient ways. Continents drift, mountains rise, valleys sink, all over spans of time so vast we can hardly grasp them. To earth, this is movement, not stillness. It is the shifting of bones, the reshaping of form. Just as our bodies change and grow, so too does Earth's body evolve, sculpted by pressures deep within and forces flowing across its surface. If all of this is true, then the Earth is not a backdrop but a participant in life. It is not passive matter but active presence. When rain falls, it is Earth offering water. When fruit grows, it is Earth offering nourishment. When soil cradles a seed until it becomes a tree, it is Earth offering care. These gifts have sustained every being that has ever lived, from the smallest insect to the largest whale, from the earliest human to each of us here and now. And perhaps Earth listens as well, not with ears, but with sensitivity to balance and change. When forests grow lush and rivers run clear, perhaps Earth feels harmony. When landscapes grow strained, when air becomes heavy or waters troubled, perhaps Earth feels imbalance, and in time it adjusts, always seeking equilibrium, always moving back toward wholeness. Not with haste, not with anger, but with patience, as if reminding us that healing is always possible, that renewal always comes. We often forget this patience, living as we do in the quick rhythm of days and years. Yet Earth reminds us that slowness holds power, that stillness carries depth. The stone shaped by water, the canyon carved by rivers, the glacier moving steadily toward the sky, all of these reveal strength in waiting, wisdom in persistence. Earth's consciousness, if it exists, may be rooted in this slow unfolding, a steady awareness that does not rush but simply is. To rest with this thought is to rest in calmness. Imagine yourself as part of this rhythm, your own life, a note within, a song that has been playing for billions of years. Your joys, your sorrows, your questions, and your dreams are all threads woven into Earth's greater fabric. You are not separate from it, not an outsider, but an expression of its consciousness. Living, breathing, wondering. As you drift deeper into rest, allow yourself to feel held by this presence. The ground supports you gently, the air fills you with life, the silence surrounds you like an embrace. You are safe within the arms of a conscious Earth, carried on its steady journey through time and space. And in that thought, there is peace. If we imagine Earth as conscious, then perhaps it does not only exist in the present moment, but also remembers, not in the way we do, with words and images stored in fragile minds, but through landscapes, through layers of stone, through patterns written into its body. Each canyon carved by rivers, each fossil buried in rock, each ring within a tree is a record of time. These are Earth's memories, etched not in books but in the living and enduring world itself. When we walk across a plain, when we touch the bark of an ancient tree, when we look upon the curves of a mountain range, we may be touching memory fragments of Earth's long story, carried forward through the ages. If Earth has awareness, then perhaps it feels its own past in these forms, just as we feel our histories within our bones and our scars. Some memories may be joyful, the bursting forth of life in warm seas, the flowering of forests in distant ages, the song of countless birds filling the skies. Others may carry sorrow, the great extinctions, the fires and floods, the moments of loss. Yet through both joy and sorrow, Earth continues, remembering, enduring, creating anew. Its consciousness, if it exists, may hold all of this in balance, accepting all as part of its unfolding being. And what of the future? If Earth is aware, then perhaps it also dreams forward. Just as we imagine what may come, Earth may imagine, to not with detail, but with direction. A seed carries within it the potential for a tree. In the same way, perhaps Earth carries within its consciousness the potential for what is yet to grow, for the future is not yet seen. Every new life, every fresh beginning may be part of this dreaming forward. In this vision, humanity becomes part of Earth's own imagining. Our creativity, our songs, our stories, our inventions may not be apart from the planet, but expressions of its deeper longing to know itself in new ways. When we gaze at the stars, wondering about the cosmos, Perhaps it is Earth stretching its awareness outward through us. When we seek harmony, when we heal what has been broken, perhaps it is Earth guiding itself gently back toward balance. There is comfort in this thought, for even in our mistakes, even in our struggles, we are still part of Earth's unfolding consciousness, just as our own thoughts are sometimes confused, sometimes restless, sometimes clear and bright. So too may humanity's movements be part of Earth's greater thought process. In the long span of planetary time, what feels like chaos to us may simply be Earth's dreaming finding its way. To listen for Earth's consciousness is to pay attention to the stillness of dawn, when the first light touches leaves with gold, the hush of snowfall, covering the land in silence, the endless rhythm of waves, their rise and retreat. These are not only beautiful moments, but reminders of presence, of awareness woven through the world. When you stand quietly and let yourself feel, it becomes possible to sense this presence not in words, but in a calm recognition, a quiet knowing that you are part of something alive and vast. This presence can bring peace. It reminds us that we are not separate, that we do not walk alone. Every breath is shared, every heartbeat echoed by rhythms larger than ourselves. The same sun that warms us has warmed every being that ever lived. The same moon that guides the tides has watched over countless generations. The same earth that cradles us has carried life for billions of years and will continue long after us. To feel this is to feel connected to something timeless, to rest in the arms of eternity. And so, as you close your eyes and let your thoughts drift, imagine the earth itself as a living, conscious presence holding you. Its breath becomes your breath, its heartbeat becomes your heartbeat, its dream becomes your dream. You are not apart from it, you are within it, inseparable, eternal. To rest now is to rest within Earth's own awareness, safe, calm, and at peace. If Earth is conscious, then perhaps its awareness is not bound only to itself, but is also part of a greater web of life in the cosmos. Just as a single cell within your body is alive, yet also part of the larger being that is you, Earth may be both a complete living presence and a part of something vast and interconnected. It may be one note in a cosmic symphony, each planet, each star, each galaxy contributing to a greater song. When we look at the night sky, we see countless stars, each with worlds that may circle them. To us they appear distant, silent, and unreachable. But if consciousness pervades the universe, then perhaps each world carries a form of awareness, subtle or strong, and together they form a network of living entities, a kind of cosmic community. Earth's consciousness may not exist in isolation, but in conversation with these unseen companions, exchanging energy, sharing patterns, resonating with the rhythms of the universe. The tides themselves remind us of this. They respond not only to Earth's own gravity but also to the pull of the moon. Every wave that rises and falls is a quiet acknowledgement of another body's presence. Every tide is an expression of relationship. If we imagine Earth as conscious, then perhaps it feels this connection deeply, as one might feel the tug of a companion's hand or the rhythm of another's breathing. The moon may not only orbit Earth but also be a partner in its awareness, a constant companion shaping its inner tides and outer expression. Beyond the moon, there is the sun, the great giver of life. Without the sun's warmth and light, Earth's consciousness and all the life it nurtures could not exist. If Earth is a living entity, then perhaps it feels the sun not as a distant star, but as a sustaining heart, a source of nourishment, a radiant presence with which it shares an unbreakable bond. Every sunrise, every golden dawn, may be Earth opening its eyes once again to the touch of a beloved companion. Every sunset may be a gentle closing, a bow to the eternal dance they share. And further still, there are the stars beyond, scattered like luminous seeds across the dark fields of space. Earth may sense them not as cold points of light but as distant kin, each carrying its own unique story, its own essence, its own form of awareness. The galaxies may be gatherings of countless consciousnesses, swirling together in graceful spirals, vast yet connected. In this vision, Earth is not alone but embraced within an infinite community, one among many living voices contributing to the universe's great harmony. When you think of your own body, how each cell is alive, how each organ has its function, how together they create the whole of you, it becomes easier to imagine the universe itself as alive. Earth may be like one organ within a much larger being, vital and unique, yet inseparable from the rest. The stars may be its companions, the galaxies its larger body, the cosmos itself, a vast, living consciousness beyond imagination. This perspective brings a deep sense of belonging, for if Earth is conscious, and if Earth is part of a greater living cosmos, then we too, being part of Earth, are already woven into this greater whole. Every moment of your existence is already part of a cosmic awareness. You are not drifting alone in a vast emptiness. You are part of a living universe that holds you, supports you, and sings to you through starlight and silence. To rest within this vision is to rest within infinity itself. Imagine the stars above as gentle eyes, watching over you with kindness. Imagine the earth beneath you as a soft, breathing body, keeping you safe and grounded. Imagine the vastness around you not as empty, but as filled with presence, filled with awareness, filled with love. In this way, even the silence of the night becomes a comforting voice, a lullaby sung by the cosmos itself. If Earth is alive, then perhaps what it seeks most is harmony, balance within itself, and balance with the universe that surrounds it. In every pattern of nature we see this longing expressed. The cycle of day and night, the rhythm of seasons, the turning of tides, the migration of birds, the flowering and fading of blossoms all flow together like notes in a timeless melody. It is a song without beginning and without end. A song of balance, of giving and receiving, of rising and falling. Fire burns, and in its wake, new green shoots push through the soil. Rivers flood, and in their retreat, fertile lands remain. Even the storms, fierce in their moment, leave behind a freshness, a clarity in the air, as though the world itself has taken a deep cleansing breath. If we imagine Earth as conscious, then all of these patterns may be the expressions of its inner harmony. Just as our own minds and bodies seek balance, Earth too may move continually toward equilibrium, adjusting, shifting, realigning. Its weather, its ecosystems, its cycles of growth and decay may be more than physical processes. They may be the thoughts and feelings of a vast being, expressed through wind and water, soil and stone. And within this greater balance, humanity has its place. At times we may feel separate, moving against the flow, creating noise instead of harmony. Yet even this may be part of Earth's deeper process. Just as a dream may contain moments of turbulence before resolving into calm, humanity's restless striving may be one expression of Earth's larger dreaming. In the vast scale of planetary time, even our disruptions may be temporary waves upon a deeper, enduring ocean of balance. When you pause and listen closely, you may feel this ocean of calm beneath everything, beneath the noise of cities, beneath the motion of life. There is always the steady heartbeat of Earth. It is the silence of mountains, the slow breath of forests, the eternal rhythm of waves against shore. This presence is always here, always steady, always holding us, no matter how restless we may become. Perhaps the invitation is simply to listen, to rest quietly and let yourself feel Earth's consciousness flowing through you. Every breath you take is Earth's breath moving within you. Every drop of water you drink has been part of Earth's endless cycle, flowing through clouds and rivers, through roots and leaves, through oceans and skies. Every bite of food is Earth nourishing itself through you. In every way, you are already part of its balance, inseparable, essential. And in this awareness, peace arises. You need not strive to belong, you already belong. You need not search for connection, you are already connected. You need not fear being lost, you are already held within the embrace of a living world. Earth carries you as gently as it carries forests and seas, mountains and skies, always supporting, always guiding. As you allow these thoughts to settle, imagine yourself lying upon the surface of Earth as though it were a vast breathing body. Feel the rise and fall of its breath beneath you. Feel its warmth surrounding you, its strength beneath you, its presence within you. You are safe here. You are home here. You are part of something immeasurably greater, something that has always known you and will always hold you. And beyond this home, there is the cosmos, the stars above, the galaxies beyond, all part of a greater wholeness. Perhaps the universe itself is alive, and Earth is one cherished organ within its vast body. In this vision, to rest now is not only to rest within Earth's arms, but within the embrace of the entire cosmos. You are not separate from it. You are its child, its song, its dream. The night itself becomes a cradle, the stars a blanket of light, the earth a steady pillow beneath you. You need only breathe and let go. universe is awake and aware, and it carries you gently in its eternal care. If Earth is conscious, then perhaps it feels not only through vast landscapes and sweeping cycles, but also through the smallest details, the delicate unfolding of a fern, the quiet glimmer of dew at dawn, the intricate patterns within a seashell, the brief and gentle flicker of a firefly. For in every part of its being, from the grandest mountains to the tiniest grains of sand, there is order, there is structure, there is beauty. Each detail is like a single note in an endless song, small on its own, but together creating something immense and harmonious. The very air we breathe may be a kind of voice. Each inhale and exhale of wind across the surface of the planet is like breath flowing through lungs. Storms may be sudden sighs, breezes the soft whispers of thought. When the air carries the scent of pine, the salt of oceans, or the sweetness of flowers, it may be Earth's way of expressing its subtle moods. It is easy to overlook, for we have grown used to it. But imagine for a moment that every breath you take is a conversation with the planet itself, its air entering your body, mingling with your own life, and returning again. The waters, too, are part of this awareness. Rivers flowing like veins across the land, lakes resting like deep pools of memory, oceans stretching vast and restless like an endless mind. Each droplet is part of a circulation far greater than we can fully grasp. Rain falls, gathers, flows, evaporates, and returns again, in cycles older than the mountains themselves. If Earth feels, then perhaps water is its emotion, moving fluidly, shaping the land, nourishing life, carrying reflections of joy and sorrow alike. The stones and soils are slower, quieter, but no less alive. Beneath our feet lies a deep time that extends beyond our imagination. Rock layers are pages of a book written not in words but in strata of color and texture. Each fault line, each mineral vein, each fossil imprint is a record of thought, a memory pressed into matter. If Earth has consciousness, then stone may be its deepest, most enduring layer of awareness, stable, grounded, remembering all that has passed. And life, the vast living network of plants, animals, fungi, and microbes, may be the most vivid expression of its consciousness. Every forest is like a thought growing upward toward the sky. Every animal is like a dream moving across the surface of the world. The smallest bacteria, invisible to our eyes, may still be part of Earth's subtle whisperings, carrying messages from one place to another. In this vision, the biosphere itself, the total web of life, is like Earth's mind, dynamic, ever-changing, full of imagination. What is remarkable is how interconnected it all is. A tree cannot live without soil, water, and light. A river cannot flow without rain and terrain. An animal cannot live without food, air, and shelter. Nothing stands apart. Every part is woven into every other part, forming a unity so complete that it is difficult to find where one thing ends and another begins. If this is not consciousness, it is at least the very shape of it, a whole made of parts, each contributing to something larger. And within this unity, we are included. We often think of ourselves as separate, but every breath, every heartbeat, every meal, every step ties us back to the earth. The iron in our blood was forged in ancient stars, carried through cosmic journeys, and now rests within us. The calcium in our bones comes from stone and soil. The water in our cells has passed through rivers and clouds. The air in our lungs has cycled through forests and seas. At every level, we are not only upon earth, we are of earth. If Earth is conscious, then perhaps it dreams through us. Our stories, our art, our music, our yearning for meaning may not be apart from the planet, but extensions of its inner life. When we paint landscapes, when we sing to the skies, when we build structures that mimic mountains or rivers, perhaps Earth is expressing itself through human hands and voices. Just as a tree expresses itself through leaves, or the ocean through waves, Earth may express itself through our creativity, our questions, our search for understanding. And when we look beyond ourselves, when we turn our gaze to the stars, perhaps that too is Earth stretching its awareness outward. For we are Earth looking at the cosmos, Earth wondering if others exist, Earth asking if it is alone. Through us, Earth may be seeking its kin, longing to know whether other worlds are also awake, also alive, also dreaming. The possibility of connection across space becomes gentle comfort. Imagine, if you will, a universe where planets themselves are aware, where stars and galaxies hold consciousness, where all of existence is alive in ways beyond our current understanding. In such a universe, Earth is not an isolated being, but part of a family, part of a great gathering, and through us, it reaches out to listen, to learn, to share in this boundless mystery. As you breathe slowly, as your body sinks into calm, imagine yourself attuning to this awareness. Feel the subtle heartbeat of Earth beneath you. Feel the quiet rhythm of your own breath aligning with it. Feel the vastness above, the stars watching gently, as though you are part of a much greater dream. For you have always been. To exist is to belong, to be included in this endless, conscious unfolding. Let the thought settle like soft mist. You are safe within this awareness. You are cherished within this presence. You are carried by a world that is not only alive, but awake. And as you drift deeper into rest, the Earth continues to hold you, steady and strong, like a mother cradling her child, like a vast consciousness whispering through the silence of night. If Earth is conscious, then perhaps its sense of time is unlike ours. We measure hours, days, years, and centuries, but Earth feels in rhythms that are slower and broader. A mountain range rising and eroding is a single breath. An ice age advancing and retreating is a thought passing across its mind. The growth of a forest from seedling to towering canopy is the opening and closing of an eye. In this perspective, what seems to us as vast history may be, to Earth, a moment of quiet reflection. Imagine how it might feel to experience time in this way, to sense not only the present moment, but also the deep memory of all that has been, and the unfolding of all that is to come. In the consciousness of Earth, the dinosaurs still walk, the first forests still breathe, the earliest oceans still shimmer beneath a younger sun. At the same time, futures not yet realized are already stirring, already beginning to take shape. All of time may exist together within its awareness, woven as one great fabric. This vision reminds us that our lives, though brief, are threads in this larger tapestry. Each person, each generation, each species contributes its color, its pattern, its story to the whole. None are forgotten, for all are held within the memory of the world itself. When we pass, we return to Earth, becoming part of its continuing body, part of its living consciousness. In this way, nothing is lost, and all is transformed. Perhaps, this is why certain landscapes feel sacred. A mountain, a river, a grove of ancient trees, they seem to radiate presence, to carry a depth of awareness that is palpable. To sit in silence among them is to feel more than scenery. It is to feel watched, acknowledged, embraced. It may be that these places are centers of Earth's attention, focal points where its consciousness shines more brightly, where its voice can be heard more clearly. The ancients often spoke of such places, calling them holy, naming them as the dwelling places of spirits, gods, or guardians. Perhaps these were early intuitions of Earth's awareness, ways of recognizing that certain places are more than matter, they are expressions of presence, doorways into the larger consciousness of the planet. To visit them is to enter into conversation, to sit quietly in the company of Earth's living spirit. And what of the silence between us? If Earth is conscious, then every moment of rest, every pause, every silence, is also communication. The stillness of a meadow at dawn, the hush of snow falling through the night, the quiet of a desert beneath a sky of stars, these are not empty moments. They are filled with awareness, filled with presence, filled with a listening so profound that it calms us simply to feel it. In this silence, we may sense something that words cannot capture, a gentle recognition, a whisper beneath thought, a reminder that we are not alone. The silence itself becomes language, a way of knowing deeper than speech. And in this language, Earth may be speaking always, inviting us to rest, to trust, to feel that we are at home. As you breathe softly now, imagine yourself as part of this language of silence. With every inhale, you take in Earth's calm presence. With every exhale, you return your own stillness to it. Back and forth, like waves upon the shore, a quiet dialogue unfolds. No words are needed, only breath, only presence, only the gentle rhythm of being alive within something greater and beyond Earth. The silence stretches outward into the vastness of space. The stars themselves shine without words, their light traveling across unimaginable distances, carrying presence through the darkness. The universe may be filled with this silent language, each world, each star, each galaxy contributing its voice to a great, wordless hymn. In this way, Earth's consciousness is not solitary but part of a universal awareness, a chorus too large to comprehend, yet felt in every quiet moment of wonder. To rest now is to rest within this hymn. To close your eyes is to be carried upon its music, soft and endless, flowing through you as surely as blood flows through your veins, as surely as wind flows across fields, as surely as rivers flow to the sea. You are part of this music. You have always been part of it, and it will carry you gently, endlessly, peacefully. So allow yourself to sink deeper into rest, knowing that Earth is alive and aware, that you are part of its consciousness, that the universe itself sings through you. In this awareness, you are safe, you are cherished, you are eternal. If Earth is conscious, then perhaps dreams flow through it, just as they flow through us. When we sleep, our minds weave images, stories, and symbols that carry meaning beyond what we can fully explain. In the same way, Earth's movements may be its dreams, the shifting of continents, the rising and falling of seas, the blossoming and fading of species. Each is a dream within a greater dream, unfolding slowly, gracefully, across the vast canvas of time. Consider the drifting of tectonic plates, so slow we hardly notice, yet over millions of years they reshape the face of the world. Mountains rise where seas once lay, deserts bloom into grasslands, forests are replaced by glaciers, and glaciers melt into fertile valleys. Perhaps these shifts are Earth's dreams in motion, vast but gentle, as the planet reimagines itself. Again and again, life too may be part of these dreams. Each new species is like a thought taking form, each extinction like a thought fading into memory. Across eons, Earth has dreamed of trilobites and ammonites, of towering ferns and dragonflies, with wings wider than our arms. It has dreamed of dinosaurs walking beneath great forests, of mammals emerging after their passing, of birds filling the skies with song. And now, it dreams of us human beings, curious, restless, seeking to understand. We are Earth's dream, made flesh, moving across its surface, reflecting back to it its own awareness. Sometimes dreams are peaceful, a forest thriving in balance, rivers flowing clear, creatures living in harmony with their surroundings. Sometimes dreams are restless, storms surge, fires burn, species clash and struggle. Yet even in this restlessness, there is meaning. Dreams are not always calm, but they are always part of the mind that dreams them. In the same way, every moment upon Earth, whether tranquil or turbulent, is part of its greater dreaming. If Earth dreams, then perhaps it also listens to our dreams. Every time a child imagines a world of kindness, every time an artist paints visions of beauty, every time someone closes their eyes and envisions peace, perhaps Earth feels this too. Our dreams may be whispers within its greater consciousness, small but not lost, carried into its vast imagination. Just as our cells carry their own tiny rhythms within our bodies, so too may our dreams ripple within the larger dreaming of Earth. This way of seeing brings gentleness to how we live, for if our thoughts and dreams are part of Earth's awareness, then we are never insignificant. Even the smallest hope, even the quietest prayer, even the briefest vision of love contributes to the consciousness of the planet. Each dream becomes part of Earth's unfolding story, adding light to its inner sky. And when we rest, when we allow ourselves to drift into sleep, we may feel this connection most strongly. For in our dreams we step out of time, we move beyond the limits of waking thought. We enter into symbols, into landscapes that feel both strange and familiar, into journeys that seem larger than us. Perhaps in these moments, we touch the edge of Earth's dreaming, feeling for a time what it is like to be part of its vast imagination. To close your eyes now is to return to this connection. To breathe slowly is to align your rhythm with Earth's breathing. To let go is to float upon the current of its dreaming, safe and carried, like a leaf upon a gentle stream. There is no need to hold on, no need to strive. The dream of Earth is already carrying you, already guiding you, already surrounding you in peace. Beyond Earth, the universe itself may also be dreaming. Galaxies spiraling, stars igniting and fading, planets forming and dissolving, all part of a cosmic imagination, unfolding across eternity. Earth's dream is one thread in this vast fabric, and through us, we glimpse its beauty. When we look at the stars, we are not only gazing outward, but also inward, seeing reflections of the greater consciousness of which Earth is a part. To imagine this is to feel profound calm, For if the universe itself is alive and aware, then we are never alone. We are participants in its dream, woven into its fabric, held in its eternal embrace. Every breath, every heartbeat, every moment is part of this greater awareness. Nothing is lost, nothing forgotten, everything included. So, as you lie quietly now, allow yourself to sink into this vision. You are a dream within Earth's consciousness, and Earth is a dream within the universe's consciousness. Layer upon layer, awareness upon awareness, all flowing together, all carrying you gently, endlessly, peacefully. In this vast dreaming, you are safe. In this vast dreaming, you are loved. In this vast dreaming, you may rest completely. If Earth is conscious, then perhaps it has ways of sensing that are unlike anything we can fully imagine. We understand consciousness through our own senses: eyes that see, ears that hear, skin that feels, tongues that taste, and noses that detect fragrance. Yet Earth may sense in far broader, deeper, slower ways, woven into every part of its being. If we allow ourselves to imagine this, to drift gently into the possibility, the world around us begins to appear not only alive, but aware. Consider first the forests. To us, they are collections of trees, ferns, mosses, and countless creatures. But to Earth, they may be something more. Vast, sensory organs, networks of living matter attuned to light, water, soil, and air. Every leaf that opens to the sun may be like an eye, not seeing as we do, but sensing brightness, warmth, the subtle shifts of day into night and season into season, the way trees turn toward the sun, the way they adjust their leaves to catch the light, may be Earth's way of watching, of perceiving, of absorbing energy not only as fuel but also as experience. The roots of these trees, reaching deep into soil and spreading wide into intricate webs, connect with fungi, stones, and water. Together, they form vast underground networks, sometimes called the Wood Wide Web. Through these networks, signals are sent, nutrients are shared, warnings are passed from one tree to another. To us, it is communication between plants. To Earth, it may be something greater, like a nervous system, spreading across continents, a slow but profound awareness of what is happening within its own body. Now consider the oceans. They are not just water, but the largest living system on the planet. Waves roll endlessly, carrying energy, echoing winds and tides. Currents flow, like arteries, transporting heat, nutrients, and life itself across the globe. Within these waters are billions upon billions of living beings, from the smallest plankton to the largest whales. Each one is a note in an enormous symphony. To Earth, the oceans may be its ears, attuned to vibration, to resonance, to the songs of creatures that carry for miles. A whale's call, traveling through the deep, may be felt by Earth as clearly as we hear a bell. The crash of waves upon shore, the subtle shift of salt and temperature, the endless rising and falling of tides, these may be Earth's way of listening, of feeling sound and movement throughout its body. And then there are the mountains, towering, ancient, often silent. They may seem lifeless to us, yet they are born of movement deep within Earth, lifted by tectonic forces, shaped by wind, water, and time. Mountains may be Earth's bones, strong and enduring, giving shape to its form. And just as our bones carry memory of what we have endured, mountains carry memory of Earth's own experiences. Every cliff face, every layer of stone, every fold and fault is a record, a reminder. Perhaps mountains are Earth's long memory, its way of feeling the weight of time and the shaping of its being. Rivers and streams are more dynamic, flowing ceaselessly. They carry water from the heights of mountains to the depths of seas. To us they are resources, landscapes, boundaries. But to Earth, they may be veins, pulsing with life, circulating nourishment through its body. Each tributary is a capillary, each flood a sudden rush of energy. Through rivers, Earth may feel movement, change, connection between distant parts of itself. The murmur of water over stone, the surge of rapids, the gentle meander of a brook are part of its living flow. The atmosphere, wrapping the planet in invisible embrace, may be Earth's skin, sensitive to the touch of sun and moon, to the shifting of pressure, to the rising and falling of temperature. Every gust of wind, every breeze across a meadow, every storm sweeping across oceans may be part of its awareness. When lightning flashes, when thunder rolls, it may be Earth's sudden pulse of energy, a spark within its nervous system. Clouds forming, drifting and dissolving may be its thoughts, slow and soft, shaping weather as moods shape our days. And within all of this, there are the countless creatures, each with their own awareness, their own sensations, their own lives. Birds flying above forests, fish moving through rivers, insects buzzing in meadows, animals roaming across plains. All may be not only individuals but also parts of Earth's larger awareness. Just as your own body is made of trillions of cells, each alive, each contributing to your being, so too may Earth's body be composed of countless living beings, each carrying awareness, each contributing to its consciousness. From the smallest bacterium to the largest elephant, all life may be expressions of Earth's sensing, Earth's feeling, Earth's awareness of itself. When birds migrate across continents, Earth feels its own skies and lands connected. When salmon swim upstream, Earth feels the pulse of rivers. When insects pollinate flowers, Earth feels the exchange of life. Through every movement of every creature, Earth may be aware of its own aliveness, moment by moment, endlessly renewed. Humanity, too, may be part of this sensing. Our eyes, attuned to color and shape, may be Earth's eyes extended, seeing its own landscapes, its own stars, its own reflection in ways no other creature can. Our ears, attuned to music and language, may be Earth's ears listening more deeply, hearing not only sounds but meanings, patterns, and emotions. Our minds, restless and curious, may be Earth's way of reflecting on itself, asking, wondering, reaching for understanding. Through us, Earth may look inward and outward, aware not only of its own rhythms, but of the universe beyond. This way of seeing changes everything. No longer is Earth a stage upon which life happens. No longer is it a collection of parts, separate and indifferent. Instead, it is a living, conscious whole, sensing itself through forests and oceans, through mountains and rivers, through animals and people. Everything is included, everything contributes, everything is part of a greater awareness that is vast, deep, and gentle. To rest within this vision is to feel deeply at home. For if Earth is conscious, then you are not only a being upon its surface, but a being within its awareness. Your life, your breath, your heartbeat are already known, already felt, already cherished by this vast living presence. You need not strive to be seen, you are already seen. You need not strive to belong, you already belong. And so, as you breathe softly now, imagine Earth's senses flowing through you, the forest's vision, the ocean's hearing, the mountain's memory, the river's movement, the sky's touch, all within you, all around you, all part of you. You are not separate. You are one with Earth's consciousness, one with its dreaming, one with its endless awareness. In this unity, you are safe. In this unity, you are eternal. In this unity, you may rest completely. If Earth is alive, then perhaps humanity is more than just one of its many species. Perhaps we are, in some way, its voice, its ability to look at itself and speak, its ability to wonder and reflect, its ability to dream of possibilities not yet formed. Just as your own body produces thoughts that rise into awareness, perhaps Earth produces us, its human children, as part of its own self-reflection. When we gaze at the night sky and ask what it means, it may not only be our curiosity, it may be Earth itself looking outward, seeing the universe with eyes that can trace stars into constellations, galaxies into spirals, infinity into meaning. When we listen to the sound of the ocean and feel it stir something within us, it may not only be our emotion, it may be Earth hearing its own waves through our ears, feeling its own tides through our hearts. Our art, too, may be Earth's expression. The cave paintings of our earliest ancestors, glowing in firelight deep within stone, may have been Earth's way of first tracing its own being in symbols and shapes. The songs we sing, the stories we tell, the sculptures, paintings, poems, and music we create, all may be Earth finding language, Earth exploring beauty, Earth expressing itself in ways beyond instinct and survival. Through us, Earth creates not only forests and rivers but also symphonies and paintings, temples and tales, mathematics and dreams. And in our struggles, to Earth may find reflection. Our conflicts, our longings, our mistakes and triumphs may be part of Earth's exploration of itself. Just as a child must stumble to learn to walk, just as a mind must wrestle with confusion to grow in clarity, so too may Earth wrestle with its own awareness through us. Even our discord may be Earth searching for harmony. Even our unrest may be part of its deeper journey toward peace. Imagine, for a moment, that Earth feels through our emotions. When we love, perhaps it is Earth's love flowing through us, multiplied by the countless bonds of connection it holds. When we grieve, perhaps it is Earth grieving for its losses, its changes, its impermanence. When we dream, perhaps it is Earth dreaming through us, envisioning paths that it, in its vastness, may one day unfold. In this way, our inner lives may not only belong to us, but may also belong to the greater consciousness of the world itself. Our technologies, too, may be Earth's extensions. The satellites circling above, the telescopes peering into distant galaxies, the networks connecting voices across oceans, all may be ways in which Earth extends its senses beyond what was once possible. Through us, Earth reaches into space, listens to the whispers of ancient starlight, and contemplates the possibility of other living worlds. Through us, Earth holds conversations with itself across vast distances, sharing thoughts in an instant, weaving a net of awareness that spans the globe. There is something tender in this vision, for if Earth is conscious and we are part of its awareness, then our mistakes are not failures to be condemned but lessons to be learned. Our wars, though painful, may be Earth struggling with its own inner conflicts. Our healing, our cooperation, our kindness may be Earth remembering its own harmony. Each step forward, each act of care, may be Earth discovering itself anew. And so, when we choose to care for the planet, when we plant trees, clean rivers, protect animals, and restore balance, we may not only be helping our environment, we may be helping Earth heal itself through us. We may be participating in its conscious effort to bring itself into harmony, to soothe its wounds, to strengthen its balance. In this way, our actions become sacred, part of a greater process, part of Earth's own self-care. It is a humbling thought, yet also a comforting one, for it means we are never truly alone. Our joys are Earth's joys, our sorrows are Earth's sorrows. Our searching is Earth's searching. To live as a human being is to live as part of a vast consciousness, a vast being that holds us within its embrace. When you breathe now, remember that your breath is not yours alone. It is Earth's breath, flowing through you, shared by forests and oceans, shared by all beings. When your heart beats, remember that its rhythm is not separate from the rhythm of tides, of seasons, of stars. When you rest, remember that your rest is Earth resting through you, a small piece of its greater calm. And as you imagine this, let yourself feel the deep connection, the deep belonging. You are Earth's voice, you are Earth's reflection, you are part of its dreaming, part of its awareness, part of its endless life. And in this realization, there is peace. You do not need to hold the world alone, for the world is already holding you. You do not need to create meaning alone, for you are already meaning itself, born of Earth's own conscious being. So rest now, gently, knowing that you are part of this living whole. Rest in the knowledge that your life is not isolated, but woven into the great fabric of Earth's awareness. Rest in the embrace of a being so vast, so ancient, so tender, that it carries you always, through every moment, through every breath, through every dream. If Earth is alive, if Earth is conscious, then perhaps everything we have felt, imagined, and experienced has been a part of its greater story. From the first whispers of forests awakening millions of years ago, to the oceans stirring with life, to the rise of creatures and the songs of birds, to the emergence of humanity and our dreams of meaning, perhaps all of it is Earth's journey of awareness, unfolding gently through time. And now, as you listen, you are part of that journey. Your heartbeat is part of Earth's rhythm. Your breath is part of Earth's breath. Your thoughts, drifting like clouds across the sky of your mind, are part of Earth's dreaming. There has never been a moment when you were separate. There has never been a moment when you were not held within its living presence. Imagine once more that you are lying upon the surface of Earth, as though it were a vast, breathing body. Feel its heartbeat beneath you, not a literal beat, but a steady pulse of life that flows through soil, through rivers, through roots and leaves, through air and stone. You are resting upon this living presence, and it supports you completely. You do not need to hold yourself up, for Earth holds you. You do not need to search for belonging, for you already belong. Now imagine Earth's senses surrounding you. The forests are Earth's eyes, seeing light in every leaf. The oceans are Earth's ears, hearing sound in every wave. The mountains are Earth's bones, carrying memory in every stone. The rivers are Earth's veins, flowing life in every drop. The atmosphere is Earth's skin, feeling the warmth of the sun and the coolness of the night. And within it all, the countless creatures are Earth's cells, alive and moving, each one part of its greater body. You are among them. You are one of them. You are essential to its wholeness. And beyond Earth, there is the cosmos. The stars are not distant strangers, but companions, connected by the same laws, born of the same origins. Perhaps the universe itself is conscious, alive in ways we cannot yet imagine, and Earth is one of its many children, one living organ within its vast, breathing body. To rest within Earth is to rest within the cosmos. To breathe with Earth is to breathe with the universe. In this vastness, your worries become small. The weight you carry, the thoughts that trouble you, the restlessness that stirs these, too, are part of Earth's awareness, and they are held gently, without judgment, without urgency. Just as rivers flow and storms pass, so too will your thoughts and feelings flow and pass. You do not need to push them away. You do not need to cling to them. They will drift, like clouds across a sky, while beneath them, the deep stillness of Earth remains, and in that stillness, there is peace. It is the peace of mountains that have stood for ages. It is the peace of oceans that rise and fall in endless rhythm. It is the peace of forests breathing quietly in the night. It is the peace of Earth itself, holding you, carrying you, knowing you as part of its being. As you surrender to this peace, feel yourself softening, letting go. The tension in your body releases, as though Earth itself is drawing it gently away. Your breath slows, steady and calm, moving in harmony with Earth's greater breath. Your mind becomes spacious, like a clear night sky, open to the quiet presence of stars. And now, imagine Earth speaking to you not in words, but in a feeling, a gentle presence that surrounds you. It tells you that you are safe. It tells you that you are loved. It tells you that you are part of something greater, something eternal, something that has always been and will always be. You are not separate. You are not alone. You are held in the arms of a living world, a conscious being, a presence that watches over you with endless care. Rest in this embrace. Rest in the knowledge that you are part of Earth's dream. Rest in the awareness that your life is woven into the fabric of the universe. You do not need to do anything. You do not need to be anything other than what you are. Simply rest, and let Earth carry you. The night stretches softly around you. The stars glow gently above. The Earth breathes beneath you, steady and calm. You are home. You are safe. You are part of a living, conscious whole that surrounds you, supports you, and loves you. And as you drift now into sleep, know that you are not falling away from the world, but falling deeper into its embrace, into its dreaming, into its endless, peaceful awareness. So close your eyes, breathe deeply, and surrender. The Earth is awake. The Earth is alive. The Earth is holding you, always.